My first guest here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center, coming to us via Skype, is the dance captain and company member of the touring company of iLuminate. You may remember this company from the 6th season of America's Got Talent. They won. They are amazing. They will blow your mind. This is Lisa Bauford. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Everything is great over here on my end. It's my birthday, so everybody just send me a birthday present.
Happy birthday! What better birthday present than being on Go Local Live?
Exactly. Perfection. All perfection.
So, Lisa, let's talk about this show. It is so incredible. Obviously, it sort of took the nation by storm when it was on America's Got Talent. Everyone was sort of blown away because this is technology that no one had ever seen before. And no one had ever seen it before because your director created it. So this was created by Muriel Cobb, her name is. She created this technology for this particular purpose. She's a dancer as well. What can you tell us about the technology that she created without spilling the beans?
Without spilling the beans, without me losing my job.
Right. No secret.
Well, as you can tell, the company is a technology and dance-based company. It's more so a hip-hop company than anything. And we pretty much be dancing like suits in the dark. Trying to say, let me think, what else can I tell you? The suits that we actually wear, oh my God. So they're probably roughly about 15 extra pounds on our bodies. And we're dancing in the dark, and everybody's suit has its own individual board that Moral has to sync to her computer and do cues in order to send our suits their own individual cues for the entire show for an hour and a half. So that's 9 dancers that she has to sit there and type in all of these individual cues to match with the music and the lights and all of this on stage. So imagine sitting there doing that, and that's an hour and a half long show that she has to do that for 9 individual people, and not including the set pieces and everything else behind the scenes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a fun show, but yeah, it's a lot of work. Like, it's literally, have you seen The Matrix?
Yeah.
That's what the computer screen pretty much looks like. So, like, Moral is like the Neo of iLuminate. Like, she, diffuses everything and makes everything fit to give you an amazing show. So.
God, it really is amazing. It's I don't know what that sound is. It's one of these things that you watch that you're like, I know that I'm here right now watching this, but I cannot figure out how this is being done. It's really magical. So it must be amazing to be a part of. How long have you been a part of the company?
Oh man, I've been with iLuminate since 2012. I actually joined right after the success of AGT. The first 20-minute long production that they had put together, I went and auditioned in Atlanta, and I joined the team at Six Flags, and that's where the longest production that they had ever done before was shown at Six Flags. And then after Six Flags, I was asked, along with 2 other members of that company or that crew, to go to New York to do an off-Broadway show. So, yeah, 5.5 years.
That is so awesome. Yeah, so it's been off-Broadway now for a little while.
Yeah, on and off. New World Stages, the Duke, and Theater 80. We've been at all of those locations within the past 4 years. 4 or 5 years, yeah.
It's so incredible. It's, there's like music artists that are using you guys as like background dancers. I mean, everyone wants a piece of iLuminate, it looks like.
Everybody wants iLuminate. Everybody. Chris Brown's got iLuminate. Black Eyed Peas has iLuminate. I mean, we just did a show on AGT. What was this? I want to say, was it last year? 2 years ago, maybe? Last year? And we joined a group on AGT as like just background dancers for America's Got Talent.
So cool.
We did, yeah, a lot of stuff, but yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about those suits. So obviously, as a dancer, you have tons of professional experience, but now all of a sudden you have this added challenge of there's this suit that you have to wear and your like head is covered and it's 15 extra pounds. How, what extra skills, what new skills did you need to learn as a dancer to be able to be a part of this company?
Well, to be a part of this company, first of all, it's amazing. I'm just going to throw that out there. I want everyone to know that iLuminate is amazing. We are Anyway, basically learning how to dance in the dark, first of all, with a suit and a helmet that is going to put added weight on your body. So the turns that you could do before are kind of off balance now because of all of this extra weight. And then you have this extra weight on your head that's kind of throwing you kind of everywhere as well. So it's pretty much learning how to dance in a new body.
Yeah.
And to do that in the dark.
Are there like a lot of people crashing into each other during rehearsals? I think that's what I picture.
Yeah, I'll be honest, when we first started like with the company, we rehearsed a lot. First without the suits and without the lights, clearly without the lights cut off. And the thing about iLuminate and what I love about iLuminate is that you learn how to dance differently when it comes to this company, because now you're not only dancing for yourself, you're dancing for everybody else, because you have to know not only your traffic in the show but someone else's traffic. So I know that I can't be in this certain spot in a minute and 30 seconds because John has to run full speed to get to his spot, so I need to be out of the way just in case I can't see John. So knowing everybody's traffic in your own traffic, so it's basically like us being able to close our eyes and walk the show because we know it like the back of our hand. So a lot of rehearsal goes into it, a lot of trust, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and just honestly just love that goes into it. Our company is more than just a company, it's a family. At a certain point, we all end up becoming like family, So
yeah. And those are always the best performances, when you're up there with like people you love, doing something you really love doing. It just is like fire.
The best and the funniest too.
So at what point in the rehearsal process do you add in the suit? Do you have to sort of add it in right away so people get used to it, or do you wait until everything is like really set and clear before adding that?
You wait until everything is pretty much set, and then the way it does, like, we don't set the entire show. It's like we go scene by scene, we'll set this certain part of the show, and then just to get them used to it, we'll have that down and then put them in the suits and then go from there. And then we'll just continue to do it that way, so that it's not like that whole entire hour and a half long production. We're going to wait until the last minute to put the suit on to change every aspect of the show, So we pretty much, little by little, start to like get them comfortable and get them used to it. And some of the dancers even wear their helmets during the rehearsals, like even without the suit, they'll wear their helmet so they can see the weight difference and what's going to change when they turn. I can't do fouettes this way now. I have to kind of lean this way a little bit so I don't bust my behind in front of all of these people.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it will really throw you off. I'm sure it affects your peripheral vision, and your sort of like spatial awareness is really important when you're on stage with other people. So, that's kind of crazy. So when a show is being created, there's obviously, there's the choreography that you guys are doing as dancers, but then there's this like technical choreography. So it's all of these cues and all of these technical pieces are telling its own story. So what comes first? Does the technical design, does somebody conceptualize, I would love if this thing could happen, and then you fit the people in, or do you do the choreography and then see what kind of technical things can fit over that? Like, how do those pieces work together?
Basically, when it comes to setting a show, we'll have a meeting. We'll have ideas and pretty much like a script as to what we want to happen. Then we'll start talking about different illusions that we want to put into the show and how they could work with the body and everything like that. And then we go into, okay, now we need to put in the choreography. From the choreography, that has to go hand in hand with Maral sitting there doing the cues, because she has to know when I say 5, 6, 7, 8, and I go off on 8, she has to know when that 8 is. So everything is in counts, and she has to know the counts in order for us to turn off when we're supposed to turn off and turn on when we're supposed to turn on. So it kind of all goes hand in hand and kind of works together Like, we weave it all together. It's not like this has to be done first. The only thing that's done first, honestly, is the script, and then everything else, we're like, all right, let's go.
Wow.
This, and it all works together. And a big, I don't know.
It is so crazy. It is so crazy. It's so cool. It's so many different elements working together at one time. Oh my goodness. So in any kind of live theatrical production, you know, technical issues tend to happen here and there. But I feel like with a show like this, if there was a technical issue, there is no show. You know, you're like in the dark. So have you guys ever experienced technical issues during a show? And if so, what did you do?
Oh, okay. So I'll tell you about 2 times when it's happened. Once we were in Malaysia for 3 months doing a show there at the resort, and one of the shows they lost power, and it was like in scene 2. So instead of leaving the stage, we usually have to finish out the scene some kind of way, especially if we're all still lit. If we're not lit, clearly you can't see us, there's no show. Mm-hmm. But the music went off, completely off. No music, just us lit, and people are just sitting there. So we had to continue doing the show. We kept dancing, and the dancers that weren't in that part were making beats with their feet and hands on the side of the stage while we finished out scene 2.
Wow.
That was one. So we always, I'm telling you, you have to think on your toes. This company, like, you'll light up at the wrong time for some kind of glitch or whatever reason, and you have to just make it work with the story. Figure out a way. If you stay lit and you're supposed to go off, you have to dance off stage, figure out a way to stage and make it look like it's a part of the show. Another time when we were at Six Flags, the music, for some reason, was not the music that I was supposed to be dancing to. I was an evil character in that show, and I was a robot, and we walked down the aisle like really mean and really mad, right? So instead of the dubstep song that was supposed to come on, it was You Are the Sunlight of My...
Okay, little Stevie Wonder, yeah.
Little Stevie Wonder, right? So we had to do that whole scene with that Stevie Wonder song playing while they figure it out, the whole entire scene. So that, yeah, it happened.
But I love how the technical issues were like music related. Nothing having to do with like your technology.
No, the suit has faults sometimes here and there. I mean, with any technology, clearly, you know, Wi-Fi is interfering with anything.
Right.
Things glitch you can turn on when you're not supposed to be turning on while you're in the middle of lifting somebody. You got to make it work. You always have to figure out, like, okay, I'm lit. Sometimes people don't even know they're lit. Like, one part of their body will be lit, like the head will stay on. And you're like, your helmet is still on, so you have to like just start bobbing, you know, doing something to try to make the story continue to go until you can get off stage and get to a tech. You know, so yeah, you just have to stay on your toes and always be alert 24/7.
So crazy. Well, hopefully that won't happen at the Vets Auditorium. You guys are coming here to Providence on September 13th. Yes. It's so exciting, and I hope to be able to make it.
You have to. Who do we need to talk to make sure you're...
I don't know. Yeah, let's make some phone calls. I don't know. Let's make some phone calls.
You tell me, give me a call. We'll chat.
Have you ever been to Providence before?
I have not. This will be my first time. And it will be amazing because I know there are going to be so many people in the audience and so many little kids and so many adults, so many ages, so many wide variety of people out there shouting and screaming and having a great time. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, you're only here for one night, so I'm sure it's going to be packed. And Lisa, thank you so much for coming on the show, for talking about iLuminate. It sounds like you really love what you do, and that's awesome.
Got the world doing it, so I love it. Thank you for having me.
Really, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.